In boxing, life imitates art. And an underdog from the streets of Philadelphia can rise like a phoenix from the ashes and reach the pinnacle of the sport.
Williams is just putting on a show against the champion.
Julian Williams looking to dethrone Hurd in his hometown.
Julian Jrock Williams is as tough as the Philadelphia streets he comes from.
It's like a blue-collar city. It's a lot of hard-working people live here. I think I exemplify what it means to be a Philadelphia.
When losses in and out of the ring had him down, he proved to be one rock that wouldn't break.
I went back to the gym. I just kept working and kept training and just staying positive. I got my break. I got a big fight.
Last May, Williams walked into the ring an underdog and shocked the boxing world to become a champion.
And the new unified super welterweight champion of the world.
After beating Jarrett Hurd, he defends his titles in his Philadelphia homecoming.
Fighting in Philly means a lot to me. I think it's going to mean a lot to the people I inspired.
His opponent, Jeison "Banana" Rosario, is the underdog, looking to follow in his foe's footsteps and forge his own path to glory.
Le doy las gracias por la oportunidad, pero mi trabajo es ir y quitarle los títulos.
Boxing is the theater of the unexpected, and this is the countdown to Julian Williams and Jeison Rosario.
I got a chance to check out some tape on Jeison Rosario, and he's a come-forward fighter. Not a fighter that's known to be like he's not like as technically sound as Jrock Williams, if that makes sense. And in my opinion, he should, I'm not counting. Listen, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I think he's gonna get beat up. So I got a chance to binge watch some of his fights. Most importantly, a fight he had against a who was it he fought? What was this guy's name? Jamonte Clark, where he had knocked Clark out the ring in round 3. Here, let's go watch a little bit of tape of Mr. Jeison Rosario, who is going to be fighting WBA Super and IBF 154-pound unified IBO. He's got the IBO too. The highly seductive Jade IBO title. Jrock Williams headlining PBC on Fox, the first PBC on Fox card this year. With the undercard, who's on undercard? Chris Colbert versus Jezreel Corrales is returning. Paul Crow versus Marcel Rivers. Marcel Rivers was just at this fight this weekend. Joey Spencer. Miguel Roman, not that same Miguel Roman. So this card to me right now is better than the top rank card this last week I was just at with Joey Spencer, Paul Crow, Chris Colbert. I like this card better. So yeah, I'm going to be up in there. I expect for some other PBC fighters to be there. This is a trifecta. Philly fighters fighting with Jesse Hart losing to Joe Smith this last week in Atlantic City. This week in Philly, Julian Jrock Williams versus Jeison Rosario. And then next week in the Barclays Center in New York, Danny Garcia versus Ivan Radkat. So here, I'm pulling up some tape of Jeison Rosario taking on Jamonte Clark and knocking him out of the ring. So yeah, if you're gonna, just pay attention to it. Like he's not, I don't know. I really don't see nothing too good in him. I don't know. I'm just not, wait, let me see. When does he go out the ring? No, I'm not saying that he's not good. I'm just saying that he's got to show me something in regards to him getting in with a unified champion. Look at his style. That's his style that come forward, and don't get me wrong, you don't want to be on the ropes against him. You don't want those type of problems in your life. But look, you see how the body's open? You see he's got that. I don't know, man. I don't know, mate. So yeah, he did knock him out the ring, though. He did knock my man out the ring. And he just slipped out like a wet-ass fish. You got to see how, like, he'll fall out. And then he, like, now watch. Watch his feet. Phew. But he got up and he was cool. And he just was like, oh, shit. I'm out the ring. All right. Get back up in there. You know, he was real cool about it. You know, and did you know that if you get knocked out of the ring, I didn't know this, but did you know that when you get knocked out of the ring, you get a 20 count? Not a 10. You get a 20 count. That's what's up. So he must have knew, like, because he just got up and was like, oh, all right, I'm still in this shit. And he got in, and this was the third round, and he was able to finish the fight. Look. Phew. Nobody never fall out, like, on, like, the table with, like, the TVs and shit. I want to see that shit one day. I mean, I want the fighters to be all right, but I want to see that shit one day. You know, like a fighter fall out the ring, but he fall, like, on the desk, on, like, all the microphones and mics and cables and shit. You know? But, yeah, you know, I really don't see, I just don't see Jeison Rosario, you know, doing too much. 24 years old from the Dominican Republic, 19-1-1. He lost to Nathan Gallimore, got knocked out in the 6th round. Remember, Erickson Lubin's last fight was against Nathan Gallimore on Showtime. 3 Showtime fights ago. Julian Jrock Williams was supposed to fight Jarrett Hurd, but Jarrett Hurd decided not to take the rematch because Jarrett Hurd is having some issues with his team, because it was supposed to be Jrock Williams and Hurd on December the 14th or some old shit like that, right? Here is the 154-pound division. As you know, Jermell Charlo of the twin brother Charlos has won again the WBC 154-pound title after beating Tony Harrison, the last PBC on Fox Fight of the Year. Julian Jrock Williams, as we talked about, WBA, IBF. Patrick Teixeira, who's with Golden Boy, whose team has reached out about a Terrence Crawford fight. But I don't think Terrence Crawford will take it, because if Terrence Crawford takes that fight, he would have to vacate his WBO title at 147 pounds, because with the WBO, one of their rules that other sanctioning bodies don't have is you can't be a champion in 2 different divisions with them. So it's either one or the other. Arizona Lara out there doing whatever he's doing. We don't know. But Arizona Lara fights as of late outside of him beating up Canelo's bald-ass overweight brother. Or Widow Pete having ass. You know, WBA world champion Sora. We don't know what he's doing. And as you can see, you know, the division is pretty top-heavy. Erickson Lubin was ordered to fight Sergio Garcia to be the next Jermell Charlo mandatory. So one of these guys is going to be the next mandatory for Jermell Charlo. Brian Castano may fight Brian Teixeira, right? Were they ordered to fight, or may they fight? I don't get it. Bakram Murtazaliev is the mandatory for Julian Jrock Williams. So basically, if Julian Jrock Williams, if he beats Jeison Rosario, if he doesn't fight Jermell Charlo, or Patrick Teixeira is going to have to fight his mandatory. And that, my friends, is the 154-pound division. That, my friends, is the 154-pound division. Yeah, I'm getting close to where I'm going to just stop even counting the WBA. Like, they just make me sick. Which 154-pound Jermell? Oh, you tripping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up out of here, start editing these videos, and get ready for another fight I'm going to be covering this week. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. My dog is pissing and shitting in his cage right now as we speak. And I had just cleaned it out. Crazy, right? Please subscribe. TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com.